Ranking the best abilities in college football. And boys, we're back here with another tier list update. Today we're going to be taking a look at defensive abilities in college football. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order. Now today here are going to be our tiers. We're going to have the best, we're going to have great, mid, and trash for our tiers today. And we did do offense already. That will be linked at the end of this one. But let's get it started right here, where again, this is all from a defensive point of view as well. We are going to talk about the mental abilities first, which we do have things like field general right here, but I just wanted to overall just talk about them. I think the mental abilities, especially on the defense side of the ball, I don't really think there's a great point to run them, so they're all going to be in the trash tier. This includes things like Legion, so on like that. Like, just don't really recommend running these abilities. They do help composure, which some of the talks I've had with people, there does seem to be like some sort of momentum in this game that, again, like maybe composure is a part of that, but I think it's too much AP to run right now, specifically in the ultimate team setting. And also, these don't really work in my opinion. Like, I got that opinion from field general on offense because I tried to run field general, was ahead of schedule, did all the things that usually activated in regs, and just didn't really work in the ultimate team setting. So I'm a believer that these do not work. But now let's talk about defensive abilities, where we got Workhorse and Recoup first. We're talking about defense in general. I think Workhorse is still a great ability. I don't think it's something you need on the defense, though. I should say, like, offense is like running back, quarterback. I think it's a need at this point. I think you notice wear and tear more on offense than you do defense, and that's why, like, also Recoup for me, I think it's too much AP on defense in particular. So for me, it's going to be in the trash tier. Now, if we're talking about like in a dynasty or like a online regs type of setting, I think Workhorse would then be in the best, and like Recoup can move up a little bit, but it's two things that I just don't really think you need on defense. After that, we get the rest right here, and it's very similar to Under Pressure in Madden. If you guys play Madden, I know a lot of you guys may not, but this is something that I think is good on blitzers, where you know they're going to come in free, like the 3-3-minute loop blitz that a lot of people run, the dime 2-3 loop blitz, 3-4 odd, like on the outside linebackers. You get my point. People that are coming in free and getting pressure on the quarterback, forcing them to throw inaccurates. I think it's okay. I don't think it's like great or anything. I think it's an okay ability. I don't notice it a ton, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and place it in the mid tier. After that, we do get Grip Breaker right here. Grip Breaker is supposed to increase lateral sheds as well. It's kind of like very similar, in my opinion, to Duress. It's like, I feel like it's just kind of mid. Like, I tried this ability on the gold level on a couple of cards, and just trying to like contain, see if they actually like the lateral shed attempts, like if they would help for some mobile quarterback. Did not really notice it a ton. There were certain times where it did light up and it did make a difference, but it wasn't consistent at all. That's why I think it's overall just a mid-tier ability. After that, though, we get Aftershock, and I gotta say, man, was I wrong on Aftershock. I think I put it mid or like D or F before. Nah, this is one of the best abilities. I mean, it is kind of broken, and I didn't realize it was broken. That is on me. I will hold that L. Yeah, Aftershock, just literally, remember what I was saying about Duress with the 3-4 odd? Just run Aftershock, like even if it's more AP, because there are times where you run Aftershock on like this gold level and you pressure the quarterback, you get pressure on him, the quarterback won't be able to throw in the second half. Like, they'll lose like 20 throw power. So yeah, Aftershock is kind of ridiculous, and it's kind of broken. So yeah, if you can consistently get pressure on the quarterback, Aftershock is the wave. After that, we get a wrap up right here, and this is basically just like secure tackler. Like, you go to tackle, you're gonna get to tackle, right? And I think in this game, I think it's like overall in like a dynasty setting type thing would be like potentially like the best. Like, it's something that you do eventually want to run, but I think other things are more important. That's why it's mid right now. And it's not like you have like an auto broken tackle thing on offense right now. So yeah, I just think it's okay. Like, it's nothing crazy. I can see why you would run it. After that, though, we get into some man coverage, where you can either run jammer or wear blanket coverage. And which one is better? Well, jammer, I would say, is great, and I would say blanket coverage is the one you probably want to run. But again, at the same time, where the reason why I'm okay with it being on Aftershock level, where I think Aftershock may help man coverage more than blanket coverage, because you get pressure on the quarterback. It makes man coverage even better, because you're going to need some of this like throw power to get the ball when the receivers initially beat the man on the cut, right? Yeah, that's why Aftershock, I feel like that's also kind of a man coverage ability as well, like a blitzing ability. Blanket coverage, there's times where gold blanket coverage, platinum blanket coverage, man, it will just run routes for receivers, man. Kind of crazy. I think jammer is still good. I think blanket coverage, I can now say, is better. I think that is the man coverage ability you want to run. I can see, by the way, too, maybe want jammers on the outside and then like blanket coverage at safeties, run a man blitz. I get it. Okay. And takedown right here, I actually think is pretty good in the game right now with all the platinum extender on quarterbacks. This is something that I think doesn't really get a lot of love, but I feel like it's a great, like, it's kind of I would rather, okay, so when we're talking about blitzers or like loopers or people that are coming in free to get pressure on the quarterback, the rest I'm like, Aftershock, I'm like kind of broken. Then takedown, it's like, okay, they're gonna make the tackle, you know? So takedown, I'm gonna place in the great tier as well. Just again, this is like the platinum resistance counter kinda. So yeah, that's why it's in the great tier for me. After that, we get some run stopping abilities where we get inside disruptor, we get outside disruptor, and we get option disruptor right here. And I think all of them aren't crazy. I think this is the thing, right? In a dream world, you would have probably like a lot of them on your field. However, AP wise and Ultimate Team can't really do it. Dynasty wise, you probably could, but I would say option disruptor and outside disruptor, I'd say are both like And I think the inside disruptor helps a lot. Man, I don't even think it's on the great tier level though. I think Workhorse and Jammer's a lot better. I think it's more top in the mid and this like bottom in the mid. That's how I would separate them. I don't think they're crazy. Like I really don't. I ran inside disruptor a ton. I think you need multiple, and I think that's what kind of hurts it, is the fact that you can't just run one. It's easy to counter two. If you only have one, you just double team them and then that's that, right? So not really too high on these. After that, we do get quick jump right here, and quick jump is one of the best pass rush abilities in the game. It does have some pretty hard counters though, right? Quick drop can counter quick jump, and also play action can, but at the same time, your counter argument to that is it's like, you got them to run play action, you got them to run quick drops, they're spending AP elsewhere, right? So for me, I think quick jump is still one of the best abilities in the game. Definitely. I think it's better than blanket coverage, better than Aftershock, maybe. I mean, hell, combining quick jump and Aftershock and 3-4 out on your outside players, that was the whole meta. So yeah, after that we get Robber, where this increases your movement speed and zone. I think this is an underrated ability that I could maybe see in the best. I think it's my favorite in great though. It is my favorite in great. I really do like it. I think this actually helps out the switch stick a ton too. It helps out your user, and also when you switch stick on the players, you can break on ball kind of nuts. So yeah, I don't hate this. This is an ability that can be argued in the best tier. I don't hate it. I think it is one of the better abilities in the game though, and it's just like, wish you could get more of them on the field, right? It's just I have some priorities elsewhere. After that we get Hammer. Don't really notice this a ton. I'm gonna place it in the mid tier. Don't really think it's that great. And we also get Bouncer right here too, and I have very similar thoughts to that. And Hammer, gonna place that in the mid tier as well. And now we get some of the DB abilities where we get Knockout, House Call, and Ballhawk. So in a dream world, you would have all three of these comboed together, and that would be your DB in my opinion. Like for a zone coverage defense, I should say. Knockout is the one that I'm like probably gonna place more along the lines of great. Like very inconsistent, I should say. But there's times where it does knock the ball out, and I think it's good on the platinum level too. It can be argued the best. I have pretty some thoughts to that in Robber. Like it's very close to me. I don't think it's a crazy ability by any means. And there was a time where I was running all knockouts, like there was, and I didn't hate it. I didn't. It's an ability setup that is worth to talk about. I just don't think it is the best. And House Call is something that I think you can argue that is the best, because at the end of the day, House Call, what's your goal with House Call? Well, your goal is you're going to make your opponent make a mistake, and when they make that mistake, you got to catch your interception, right? Which, whether when you're running blanket coverage, when you're running Aftershock, when you're running quick jump, you can make your opponent make a mistake, but will you catch the interception? That is what's tough. House Call, I think, should be lower in AP. I think House Call should be 1 AP. I would love that. I think House Call should be everywhere on defense, and then you should be able to stack like some Ballhawk, some Knockout, some whatever you want to do on top of that. Like that would be a dream scenario for me. But so House Call, again, gonna be in this best tier. Now after that we get Ballhawk, and Ballhawk is something that I think is in the best tier as well. And I think I like the zone over the man, so I'm gonna have these a little bit higher. I also like them more than quick jump, and then I like them more than Aftershock, but it's like Aftershock is definitely up here. So Ballhawk, literally just reaction time and zone, and again, you can make your opponent make a mistake, and your break on ball can be crazy. Will you catch the interception though? That's what's tough, right? That's why House Call is still up here in the best for me too. And lastly right here we got Blow Up, and I think Blow Up pretty similar to Hammer and also a Bouncer. So yeah, boys, this has been my updated thoughts on defensive abilities in college football Ultimate Team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. What do you think should go up? What do you think should come down? Now if you guys did enjoy this video though, you enjoy content like this, want to stay updated with everything that's the best here in college football, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now if you guys do want to go and see me use these defensive abilities live on stream, I have been streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. To watch on YouTube, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with the follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.